Welcome to Hex Centre
Hex
Live.
Center.
Hex Center tonight.
Hex Centre tonight. Welcome to Hex Centre tonight, the
Both
show
live and
about
tonight.
the show from the Hex in the Hive. I'm Wendy, and these are my co-hosts.
I am Sir Knock.
And I am Krello, the arbiter of justice, complete with sash.
Yes, he was forgetting his sash, and he
Without
said
the sash, I'm nothing.
he said, quote, "I'm incredibly naked," which I would like to submit. That means the rest of everything else he's wearing is just his skin.
Correct.
I thought that was his whole outfit this whole time. Apparently, he's just been wearing a sash, and
No,
that's
I
just what
get
his
that
skin
all
looks
the time.
like.
This is just my naked body with a sash over
I
it.
see.
You need to
We're very
moisturize, my friend.
fortunate.
Oh, that makes sense.
I think it would make a big difference.
Solid logic to my skin being pitch black and needing moisturizer. I'm
Yes.
into it.
I think it's a terrible sunburn, but we'll get him to a dermatologist shortly. Now, as I said before, this is the show about the show, which is Enter the Hex. If any of you had the pleasure of watching our last few episodes, of course, you got to see not only some new characters, but some death-defying stunts, some incredible Hex
Oh, yeah.
challenges, and some heartwarming moments. What were some of your favourite moments?
Well, I mean, from an audience perspective, I think it was really cool how two of our champions decided to throw themselves off a cliff.
Just throw themselves. Just throw
I
themselves.
think they
From,
like use
from
their
the barkeep's
feet, 'cause you can't
perspective, I think
throw
it was a little
yourself.
short-sighted.
Say
Or
what you will
really
about
long-sighted, because it
Boo
was
Ball.
like,
It's true.
because it was so...
Maybe. Well,
Such a
that's what I'm
fall.
saying. If they had been longer-sighted,
okay,
they would
oh,
have
maybe
seen.
they need
Wow,
glasses.
that's far away.
This is what I'm saying
long
about
way
Boo Ball
down.
is he may be on this like self-destructive rampage, but he ain't boring.
No, Boo
No,
Ball,
yeah.
more like Boo Fall to my death.
Boo fall.
Boo fall.
That's what we're calling him from
Windy,
now
that
on.
was sick.
I like it. Yeah.
It was peak comedy. It's what our viewers tune in to watch. If any of you are watching and you have a favourite moment from our past episodes, please feel free to comment and we'll do our best to read. I'm only just learning how to read. We only speak in binary in the future, so it's a little bit difficult for me, but I'm still learning how. We actually have a few comments here.
Sounds like arcane nonsense.
Take forever.
Boo Ball was trusting in his Acme powers. Acme as in like cartoons, you know.
Well, and with the
okay,
way
that
that the
makes sense.
hexes relay to us, that's
he
actually kind of
wouldn't,
true.
He wouldn't fall down until he looked down. That
Right,
makes
he
sense.
was
If you
there.
don't realise you're walking off a cliff.
He was there while we were figuring out the physics of what happened.
Right. And all
so
maybe
in
if
a
he
real
had just
way,
like painted himself a parachute really quickly,
that's what you should have told him to do, sir.
he could have done much better.
He didn't remember to bring his painter's supplies. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
it's all right though. But he's only proficient in orchardry, fruit growing. So
Yes.
But he's he can grow from seed to fruit in 6 seconds.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have a house plant and it died and it was made of plastic. So, you know, some people have got that
Plastic.
green thumb. You know what plastic is. It's what your heart's made out of. You personally, not
No,
everyone else.
That's
Plastic is an impenetrable void of nothing?
yeah. That's dark matter.
Yeah, that's basically what plastic is.
Interesting.
Did you know that out
The
in
future is
the
weird.
ugly deep, there is this large island just made of dark matter that people have just been throwing into the ugly deep, and it's about the size of Texas.
Oh no, we know about that.
Yeah, and it's just floating out there.
Did they name the island after me?
No, nothing's.
What's a guy got to do around here?
All right,
They
we do have a
should.
comment. Deg shrugging off a 90-foot fall was pretty boss. So, yes, we did have some champions launch themselves off cliffs. However, of the champions that did, it was probably a good thing it was
Oh
them.
yeah. Deg is
Dust himself off.
back home we call it a beefcake. Yeah. Deg is a beefcake.
I might not use that word, but if you want to call him a beefcake,
No,
you
you,
certainly-
Oh,
you have
absolutely.
eyes only for Hutch. You've been clear about that, and we respect it.
eye for Hutch. Singular.
A single eye for Hutch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I think you might not be his type, but that's a different conversation.
That's fair.
I am gobsmacked that we had a 100% survival rate last week. That
Yeah,
like,
that-
Given what
unbelievable,
happened,
given the
and
circumstances.
not even what happened to them, but just simply what the champions were just sort of choosing to do in their own free will. It is amazing that everyone survived. We have a couple more comments
really
here.
is.
Tilly saving the magic book and leaving the party was a very interesting choice, and we are going to talk about that in a bit. But spoiler alert, I mean, it happened, and this
Spoiler
is the show.
for things that already happened.
This is the show where we talk about it, so it's kind of expected. Dag is a beefcake, HexCat42, so people are agreeing with you. Beard
all I'm
Kenobi,
saying.
watching Delia use her healing much more strategically. All you need is 1 HP to stabilise someone. People loved the Hex Dog Challenge. So we've got all different kinds of wonderful...
Oh,
I
yes.
was personally a very, very big fan and very impressed by the Hex Dog Challenge, how smoothly it went.
Yeah, they were trying to charm a single hellhound, but they really charmed us all.
That's
Nice. Well, I want to talk about Delia's healing for
Let's
just a
do this.
second. Did you just say don't do this?
Let's do this.
Oh, okay. I heard,
Don't do this.
Don't, Krello, don't
Whatever
do
you
this.
do, don't talk about Delia's healing. I don't want to hear about it.
Because, I mean, look.
I said I don't want to hear about it.
Wendy, I've kind of grown to respect you.
Go on,
Not
you may
much,
speak.
but a little. So, with Delia, I talked to her about it before they were opening the channel, and we talked about the advantage of keeping 5 points in the lay on hands pool, because the way 0 hit points works is it is hyper efficient to use 1 hit point to bring people back from the dead. It is hyper efficient healing. And so she did that, and I noticed she actually strayed from it in the case of Deg. It's like her heart overwhelmed her statistical reasoning.
Absolutely. I know that
As it tends to do.
to get
And
a
if I
little
say
bit...
she has a cold-blooded heart, you have to understand I'm speaking literally. She
She's
is
a
a dragonborn.
dragonborn.
She's
Right.
a dragonborn from an incredibly cold climate.
Yeah, her
it's
ice-cold
dragon.
heart
just a biological
freezes for
fact.
Dag.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's very interesting to get a bit meta. Whenever a lot of people play Dungeons and Dragons, it's always very difficult often to balance role-playing aspects versus, the most efficient statistical aspects.
Yes.
Things like that. I want to build a fighter who doesn't want to fight, so do I make the statistics reflect that? Do I just play him that way?
Right.
Or things like, here's this person that I have a crush on,
Yeah.
and so normally it would be more efficient to only give 1, but for the sake of what it emotionally means, not only for
Yeah,
me, but
yeah,
for the
no, it was
audience and
great.
everyone like that. I don't know why I said audience, citizens. Love does what love does, and sometimes it's not necessarily what's
And
statistically
the term
perfect.
for characters like that is glass jaw. It's a character who's intentionally suboptimal. Glass jaw. Take that
Interesting.
one
I
home.
don't know that. There was
'Cause-
another example of that in our last adventure, on our crusade against Kesukara. We had a barbarian. The name was Tick, who had promised himself that he would not use weapons.
Oh, yeah, this drove me crazy.
That he would only fight with his fists, and that he wouldn't go into a barbarian rage for personal emotional reasons, which is great for him. But then I don't know why Goranak, the guardian of Vanada, decided to send him on such an important mission.
That's, I guess he just had faith in his non-raging
There are certainly
powers.
people out there who might be pulling their hair out at the idea of some glass jaw types.
And his name is Krello.
All right.
That's your name.
Yeah,
We do have a couple.
That's correct.
I know. He speaks about himself. No one else likes to say his name to him in that friendly kind of way, so someone has to do it.
So he
It's gotta
says it
be
to
him.
himself. Good self-care.
Right. Now, of course,
Thank you.
we've been
I do
talking
my
a lot
best.
about our favourite...
Krello does his best.
We've been talking a lot about our favourite moments, but we actually have a couple of our favourite moments to re-look at here.
Yeah, let's look at it.
So, I'm looking at my notes. Let's specifically talk about, we just mentioned Booball. Let's talk about him. We've got
Boofall.
a clip. Boofall, that's right.
Yes.
Hey, will you
Boofall.
pass this high five over to Wendy? Over there? Yeah! Although you did put it onto your left hand and then give her a high five with your right hand.
All
I mean,
right.
it's literally my
No,
job
no,
to be a
it
rules
was
lawyer.
on my left hand. I put it on my
Oh,
right
because I have it
hand.
on your
and-
left. Okay,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
catch.
It's all right.
Good
Anyway,
catch.
but let's take a look at that clip of Booball, aka Boofall. Clip number 7.
All right, Booball.
Very well. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to look at this bat straight in his eyes, and I'm going to jump off the rope onto the bat.
Interesting.
And I'm going to swing my quarterstaff as I shout, "Shillalakale!" And my staff begins to glow green, and thorns begin to protrude from it, and I bash it on its head.
Just to be clear, you're using your action to make an attack roll. rather than see if you land safely on the fire bat?
Correct.
All right. You rolled?
A 9 plus 8.
That does connect.
9 bludgeoning.
Damage?
9.
9 damage. Me, oh my. Oh dear. 95. Krello, I need some math in.
Yeah,
I wasn't
how far
quite
did he
done
fall?
yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have things you'd like to do.
As I'm falling, I'm going to sprout wings
Things you'd
and
like
say,
to do.
fly like an eagle. And I begin to fly my way down.
So what they cut off there was that thing he was failing to pronounce was the spell shillelagh, which looks like shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. Shillelagh.
There's some people who might pronounce it shillelagh.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The halflings of Keltonia who invented the word. Anyway, the point is, he used his bonus action to cast shillelagh, or shillelagh if you prefer.
I like his pronunciation.
Or shillelagh.
Blah, blah. I think he was
Boo-ball cast
pronouncing it in
Yeah,
Draconic.
And
it's not
so-
quite the same.
He didn't have
every
the
time he
bonus
pronounces
action
it.
available for his eagle wings, and it was amazing. It was the best thing I've ever seen in my
So
life.
that's the thing, is you got to be very careful when you have spells and double check, is it an action or a bonus action? And then is the next thing you are planning on doing an action or a bonus action? I tell you, my accent gets very troublesome sometimes.
I'm sure.
In other timelines, I have a different accent, and so when they cross over, it gets very finicky.
That is hard.
Time travel is so weird.
Yeah, I mean that
It is.
that small mistake just set off a huge chain reaction.
Well, and
of-
then Dag jumped off even after we resolved
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Monkey
Dag
Dag
was
see,
like,
monkey do.
Here
It
we
is
go.
interesting. You heard Galivor say, "Oh, you're trying to land on the bet," and he said, "Nope." In fact, Nowhere Man 07 said, "Yes, I totally thought he was trying to land on the bet," and that's an important distinction. And of course, you know that's what that he was going to ride the bet around, and no, he's just going to whap it on the way down.
get it on the way down. Like such an effort to
I
get
know.
one attack off.
But you know what? Sometimes it's worth it. I'm not saying you
Oh,
should.
that was the best move of the night.
sometimes it's worth
that
it.
was amazing.
Absolutely. Now, of course, because there were so many people doing all sorts of kinds of crazy things, we had to have some people be level-headed. And, of course, Tilly was there to provide a little bit more level-headed, a little bit more insight. Let's take a look at Tilly for a moment. Clip number 5.
I place my hands on her and I give her long strider, which gives you your speed is increased by 10. You could go.
Before I do, I would like to open the boon store, please, and purchase a potion of superior healing.
All right.
Do you need us to go in on that with you?
She
If you
does.
want to, otherwise I can afford it.
You cannot. It's 750.
I can get 50 boons for sure.
I cannot? Yes, I...
No,
Oh.
it's 648.
Oh,
I will give whatever she
Current
needs to buy
boons
that.
are 648.
I'll buy 102 for her.
All right.
All right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast my mage hand as a bonus action and extend it to Jacquino.
I'll send it over with me, my chant. The pages to her.
I'll take it. And I will turn, and with my greater speed, I will start running. I will pass the potion to Boobal as I pass. And I will flee.
The doors that were closed when you were transported to this place have been broken by the rumblings of the volcano, and you are able to flee. That will end Tilly's turn.
Whew. Oh boy, we've got quite a few comments, quite a lot of love for Tilly in the chat here. We've got the unburied. I mean, we all are unburied, so you're not special. But Tilly is my hero with 3 purple hearts for Venator. And you know what, unburied, you are special because Terry, is everyone's hero, but especially
That was
yours.
kind of heartless. In a world with necromancy, some people are buried.
That's fair. I just wanted to make a pun, but I'm very happy that the unburied is.
I didn't realize it was in
is
service of a
commenting.
pun, and
No,
I withdraw the
it
objection.
was for a pun. And then Tilly, Hexcat42, Tilly completed the mission and used her boons to help the team. Beard Kenobi, Tilly, the heroine of the adventure.
Well, okay, I want to respond to that because I think we talked about this a little bit, Cernok, and there was definitely, it was a chaotic and terrifying situation there, and you talked about wanting to seek justice on the fire giants, which I don't think was wrong, but Tilly was so Veneta. She focused on the objective and she got the job done, and that was
It's true.
interesting.
That's worth pointing out.
Veneda has an impeccable
Ability.
Shillelagh. So
Impeccable shillelagh.
Veneda has an impeccable ability. You know, their ability in the shadows, they kind of get this laser focus sometimes, and they're able to just go after. Veneda and Malthael kind of have that in common, but I think that Veneda is often just this go and get the job done.
Yeah, no matter the cost. Yeah.
And just almost perfectly in some ways, but sometimes
and
not.
in this case, the cost was because what a tough situation. She could very well have been leaving behind her party to die, and she would have looked like a coward. And I admit, I wasn't helpful in this regard. It's been pointed out. But the thing is, she did what needed to be done, even though she risked looking terrible in doing it.
Absolutely.
And that is a hero.
Absolutely.
I can say nice things about her now because she's gone.
Huge sacrifices. Of course, so many others did so many wonderful things. We've got a couple more clips here, so I want to try to get through them real quickly. So Delia, of course, bringing some awesome smiting abilities. Can we look at clip number 1 for Delia's fantastic whoosh smite?
Can I attack him?
You don't
I
have
believe
a
you
belt.
held your action for just such an
I
eventuality.
absolutely did. Let's hit this guy as hard as I possibly can. That first roll is an 11 plus 7 plus, nope, actually no. It's just 11 plus 7 plus 1, 8. 11 plus 8.
It's enough!
All right, the damage is where we get to add lots of pluses because as I strike, the pommel of my sword, which is already glowing white, suddenly flashes with blue and a radiant light shoots into this guy as I combine my branding smite with a divine smite at 2nd level. So that's going to be 10 plus 14 plus 6 if anybody wants to do that math for me. Amen.
A round 30 damage.
Isn't it so cool that she can do that?
Yeah! So,
Woo! 30 damage in one swipe. Amazing. But of course, we can't forget about other people who did some amazing feats of their own. We've got Jacquino slaying the purple worm. Are you kidding me? Can we take a look at Jacquino?
It's not a
number
euphemism.
6,
He really
please.
killed a purple worm.
Wow.
may I describe this, please? Because I got a fun
Please
idea.
do. We
Right,
all knew
so-
it was coming.
As I am sauntering up, I take a little detour, jump off the rocks. I'm going to climb my way up, jump down its mouth, and cut its head off from the inside, and then stand on its body as it falls to the ground, and then give everyone a bow with the spline from the ground.
Standing ovation for that. That was amazing.
Whew. The showman as ever, not swiping in, getting the day done, slaying the monsters, and doing it in style.
And yeah, he brings a real panache to the group where
Absolutely.
he's just, not only am I going to kill you, I'm going to look like a real gentleman. What is it? What for? Where is? That was a pretty good
It's
Jack.
You
uncanny.
sound exactly like him.
Uncanny
Yeah.
impression.
Guys, I never told you this, but I am Jacquino. Have you noticed we've never been seen sitting next to each other? Look, watch the tape. Look carefully.
Moving
We're never in
on.
the same frame.
Anyway, of course, with the amazing feats of Jacquino and everyone involved and the amount of damage they were doing, we still had to have Cernok come in and save them a bit at the end there. He had to pull them back to the hex just in the nick of time. Can we roll clip number 4, please?
I'm down, but can I open a? Can I use something from the Boon Store?
You may.
I would like to open a channel to Cernok.
All right.
Opening a channel to Krieg.
Hey, Sir Knock.
Hi.
So we haven't, we haven't always seen eye to eye, but one thing we do have a lot in common. We both care a lot about Delia. If things don't start turning around for us, could you open a channel to her to tell her to get out of here?
I'm all out of channels. The keys are tapped as is.
Can I buy a?
I'll tell you what, son. I think it's time to take you guys home. I wanted justice. It's time. Galivor, the keys are nearly spent. I fear that if we wait any longer, we may not be able to bring any of them back.
Barkeep, please bring our champions home.
Closing the channels.
Ooh. What people will do for love. And what other people love to do. There's a comment here from Nowhere Man 07 to
That was
Morello.
a really good one, Wendy.
Thank you. Take it easy, Eliza Doolittle, with your Jack and O impersonation there.
I don't get that reference.
Just wanted to really, really highlight this.
So I want to talk a little bit about what happened here, because there have
Briefly.
been some repercussions. As I said to the champions leading up to that moment, I thought that justice was in order, that the the Fire Giants had committed some atrocities, and that the champions had a chance to right some wrongs. And I stand by that. But we're fighting a war on two fronts here in Throcia, one here at home and the other over in Glemt, and some impossible decisions need to be made. So I made the decision to bring back the champions in order to spare the keys as well, and as well as the lives of our champions, but leaving the Fire Giant King alive actually has sparked the beginnings of a war between the Fire Giants and the neighboring Rock Gnomes.
It's a powerful enemy to make.
It is. And so, we have to remember that with every decision that we make, there are consequences.
Absolutely. But I mean, I know that it was your decision, but it was also Dig who opened up the channel to you in order to try to extend any kind of way that he could maybe help
It's
Delia.
true. But moment by moment, I was trying to figure out, are we doing the right thing by keeping the champions there, by asking them to continue to fight, and it was his plea for Delia's safety that really tipped the scales.
And love does all kinds of things, and in fact, I know that there are a couple people who are rooting for Deglia, as its ship name has come to be known. Very interesting ship name, in my opinion. But
that one works great.
Right. Let's take a look at...
they literally share 3 letters at the start of their name.
That's true. Deglia.
Listen, Wendy, this is how we do things around here.
Right.
And it's Deglia. This is the one thing everyone agrees on in the Hex.
Actually, I think some people like D&D better, but...
I like D&D. But let's
Go home,
take a
people who
look
like
at
D&D,
a
you're
clip
drunk.
about our lovebirds, Deglia. Clip number 3.
Delia.
Okay, I am going to touch Dag on the shoulder and be like, hey, I really, really need you to live.
Okay. Okay.
Because I need to give you something.
Okay.
This is, my hair. It's kind of weird. I don't know if humans do this, but in Dragonborn culture, we give a lock of hair to someone that we would like to be our boyfriend. So I'd like to...
Thank you so much. I'm not gonna die. Neither of us are going nowhere today.
Okay.
And I will wear it with honor.
And then he almost died.
And then he did not exactly listen to his promise, but he also
You know
did.
what sucks is if you're a Dragonborn who doesn't have any hair,
Right, I was
you're
just thinking
you're-
that.
you're
You can
host.
never be in a
Like,
relationship. Lots of them are just
a
scales.
lot of male Dragonborn do not have a single piece of hair on their heads. So sorry, guys.
I mean, maybe if you like...
it is very heteronormative, but
Well, I
tradition
mean, they
is
can
tradition.
do whatever they like, but maybe when they shed their scales or something, you can be like,
I was thinking a scale
here's a
could do
piece
the
of my
trick, same
dandruff
thing.
before you go out
there are
with
a lot
me.
of there are traditions
Here's some of my
around the sharing
departed
of scales.
cells. Go nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a psoriasis, so maybe I can just start going up to people and being like, "We're dating now." because I spread my.
You know, I prefer not to talk about it, but I
dandruff
once
all
fell
over
in
you.
love with a Celestial, and I actually gave her some of my essence, which was just the essence of pettiness and jealousy and revenge.
I feel like
And she wasn't into it.
He
Yeah,
sweat
no,
like
that
into a
sounds
jar
bad.
and
I just
gave it to
went
her.
into
It
a
was
jar. I just
disgusting.
handed it to her, and she did not like it one bit. I wonder about that Celestial all the time.
Essence. Sorry, don't know where that came over me. But we've got a little bit more to talk about. We've got quite a bit of comments here. I want to get reading them. All right. So a lot of people are asking which they prefer D&D or Deglia. We've got quite a bit of D&D people.
What's D&D? I don't understand.
You made that joke, so
Actually,
No, I
Playana
made
forced
that.
us to make that joke.
anyway.
Really?
But
It was a Playana's wish.
Oh.
Yeah, I announced it after the cameras
people
were
are
off.
talking about a thing that happened with Jacquino and the Pillar and the Giant, and they're talking about the logistics of that. And it's a lot of comments. And I'm not going to lie, I don't want to get into the logistics of it personally. So
I
if you
agree
want to keep
completely
arguing
with the
about it in the
Hexmaster's
chat,
call.
then you can keep arguing about it in the
Come
chat.
fight me.
But we've got
'Cause the Hexmaster was right.
I've got a schedule I've got to keep to, and if I don't keep to it, they give me more psoriasis. So I've got to keep going.
But give that psoriasis, dead skin, whatever, to someone special.
Here's the thing. I'm not really looking for a relationship. I'm not really interested. I don't generally have a desire to be in a relationship. I don't. I mean, every now and then I might find certain people very sexy, but I don't really want to do anything about it. It's just something that.
Yeah, fair enough, Wendy.
preoccupies me.
Fair enough.
But let's go back. We were mentioning her earlier, and we had to move on because we got a few different clips. But our champions, though coming at great costs, were able to find so many wonderful things and accomplish so many wonderful things. And a lot of that is attributed to Tilly.
Absolutely.
And so I think we need to give Tilly a grand exit and a wonderful goodbye and an incredible thank you. Tilly is going to be going back to the front lines. And so we cannot thank her enough. Not only did she pay with her time and her effort and her spells, but also her boons. And because of that, it's one of the reasons that she's going to have to go back to the front lines. So let's say a little farewell to Tilly. Away, as in she's alive.
She's alive. She's fine.
You know, she's just going back to help fight the good fight in other areas. But we're very excited because it does mean that we're going to meet new people. But I believe that we're not getting to that yet, and I wasn't trying to segue into that yet. Not everything I'm saying is a segue.
Not till we've given
I don't
Tilly
know
her
who I'm
due.
talking to, but
We got this, Playana.
but we do need to mention that the Medal of Throcia is being awarded to Tilly. Sanuk, do you want to say maybe a favourite memory of Tilly in her honour?
I can't think of anything specifically that she did. I mean, very just consistent with damage dealing with support from the back lines.
Flaming butterflies.
Just an incredible spellcaster in terms of
maggot thing.
doing damage and controlling the enemies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Fireball? Are you
for
kidding
someone
me?
so elegant, there's a lot of bugs
Lots of bugs.
in
What's
her
wrong with
style,
bugs?
which I respect. That she was consistent with her theme there.
The thing is, I loved Tilly, okay? Like, she came into the group. She never really, they had this sort of quirky, like, we're always going to win energy. And Tilly came in, and she was the voice of stone cold reason. She was different, and she relished in her differentness. Although she wasn't obstinate about it. You saw that
No.
she adopted the butterfly motif when she sort of didn't really understand what the group was objecting to. But then here's the thing, Tilly, I believe you're watching right now, and I want to address you, all right? Listen, we talk about Veneta making the hard choices, but it wasn't Veneta in that room, it was you.
Woo!
And you made the right choice. You did it at ridiculous risk and at ridiculous cost, and you did the right thing, and it is because of you, this camera, it's because of you, Tilly, in
Smooth.
this camera,
Smooth.
that the Hex is even still here. Yeah, maybe the Fire King or whatever is going to kill us all. Maybe we're all going to be killed later. But the reason we're here today, now, still, is because of you, Tilly, in this camera.
Oh, excellent. I think the camera framed you perfectly.
Tilly, look at the right side of my face when I talk to you.
In all seriousness, we can credit the success of such a vital mission to Tilly. and to
Absolutely.
that.
She single-handedly won the mission, and that is
she
rare.
should be. Well, no, okay. I mean,
Listen, Knock.
the party got her there, but the success of the
She
mission,
could've
bringing
done it. She'd
back
be fine.
An ultimate,
Well done, Tilly.
wonderful example of someone who makes their own choices, comes into a new group, doesn't disrupt it, is who they are, and sticks to themselves, but also the overall objective. She wasn't ever going, oh, I'm so goth, I'm so this, I'm so that, I'm not going to listen to any of you.
No, she was a team player, yeah.
Always was such a team player. And a mage hand high five to everyone out there who's saying mage hand high five.
With 10 pounds of
The
pressure.
citizens of Throcia. So thank you, and thank you to Tilly. Now I'm going to segue into introducing our new champion from Clan Veneda.
Let's do it.
So
Oh.
it's interesting. We
I
have.
don't think she looks like that.
No, I heard that there's a new player race called Graphics, and you can play as any punctuation mark as you like.
That doesn't seem quite
They're
right.
powerful. Exclamation point is probably my favorite
It is.
sub-race of that group, but question mark, I get it.
No,
I see
of
the
course.
appeal.
This is Rose LeBon, who is actually a high elf, armor class 16. Whew.
Pretty good for a rogue.
Statistically speaking, very similar, because they're both rogues, to Jacano.
Right.
But I think that, if you pay close attention, you'll find very different combat
Well, I was
styles
going to say,
between the two.
Jacano is sort of a quarter caster, a half caster. He does a bit of magic.
I could
he
see
has-
the argument for like quarter caster, but not really. He's not actually a caster.
Right,
Well,
but he does a bit of magic.
He's a faux caster.
Yeah. So Jacano has a handful of magic. He has a few cantrips, and actually I've heard that he's working on another spell, something a little more powerful for.
Oh yeah, you're gonna like this one,
coming
citizens.
up. But
it's gonna be nuts.
it's actually the same case for Rose. As a high elf, traditionally for that race, magical training is incredibly important. And so she brings just a little bit of magic to the table herself.
Absolutely. A lot of racial feats or abilities involve a bit of magic, but I'm very excited. I love rogues with a high armor class. It's not always something that's paired together, but someone who can go in, deal a lot of damage, and then not have to worry about that damage getting returned to them is always such a force to be reckoned with.
Okay, and here's the thing that excites me so much about Rose is with Jacano, we saw the rogue style of Malthior, which is again you've got a pretty heavy reliance on sort of this faux magic abilities. He's been using it in a way that's helped him keep distance from the combat. Rose is almost the exact inverse of that. She can move in, she can force enemies to move, and then she has tools to punish that movement.
Absolutely.
It's
So they're
gonna be
both
crazy.
rogues, but they go about it in such a different way.
They're almost mirror images
what
of
I'm
each
saying.
other.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy.
But
Well, I mean,
Oh, because
mirror
mirror.
image.
Jeez.
You didn't do that on purpose. I thought that was on purpose.
Yeah,
What
me
I meant
too.
was intentional pun, because Jackano
Right.
was.
Well, I mean, I was hoping that we can maybe talk to Rose about some of those roguish abilities, but I don't know if we'll actually be able to interview her.
No,
I mean, she's been fighting on the front lines, right?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. And I mean, the last I heard, she was, still on her way. So she'll. I mean, but
I don't know.
I think she'll still make it tonight.
If she's got to be going
but-
out and fighting, then she can fight.
Well, that's why that
if she
goblin
happens
crew
to be
hasn't-
able to make it here, I suppose that'll be
That would be great.
nice.
But in the meantime, we can talk about what
Please. Oh
our
my goodness,
champions,
yeah.
Rose included, might be able to expect for this upcoming adventure.
Excellent. Well, I'm looking at my notes here. Sorry.
Me too.
It's such good content. Woo. All right. We do have a comment here. Nowhere Man 07 says 2 rogues are pretty dangerous. Those sneak attacks are going to be brutal if they gang up on an enemy. I'm supposing you meant enemy, and I agree. Especially rogues being able to sort of tag team in that way is going to
Yeah.
be absolutely.
It's true, but
very,
I think
very
that's exactly
powerful.
what our party needs right now. I mean, we've seen these giants at work. We know that they can take a lot of hits.
Well, and it's not just the damage from the sneak attacks. Although who gave that comment? I want to address that.
Let me look back. That was
Nowhere Man.
I think it was Nowhere Man 07.
Nowhere Man 07, you're exactly correct that rogues do, I don't know what I'd say they combo, because they can combo off any party member, but the sneak attack, I'm turning into Windy, sneak attack damage is significant. The thing that I think is going to make Jackano and Rose an excellent team is if they properly apply their abilities, they can take over the battlefield. They can control who is standing where and why, and it is going to be awesome. If they can sync up their abilities, we're going to see the Giants just won't be able to get good attacks in. They won't be able to gang up on heroes. It's going to be awesome.
Which is what we want.
Yeah, of course, on Friday and Saturday, I'll be talking about how terrible they are because that's my job. But today, I want you to know it's awesome.
Well, that's good.
So, Krello,
Yeah.
do you have any words from Playana?
Do I ever?
No.
Last time, do we not?
Not
Because last week we did.
last week we did, but I am getting word from
The words from Playana
my.
got submerged.
Sure.
Playana is silent.
Here's the thing, folks, is that my notes got a bit scrambled, so we're trying to figure out.
What? There's a mysterious shadowy figure in the distance.
Oh!
You made it.
Please?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, please
come,
take a
come
seat.
and sit right
Over
here. Come and sit right here. Oh, we didn't think you
You'll
were
see
going to make
an
it.
arcane sound receiver
Nice.
right there. You'll want to put that right next to your face.
Yeah, it's called a microphone.
As
You
you're
just
talking
talk
to us.
right into
You
it.
don't need a crossbow in here. You're
I don't
good.
know what kind of language she's
Just
speaking, but
pick it
that
up.
is an arcane sound receiver.
Pick it up with your hand. Take it off the stand. And just hold it right there.
Yeah, right next to your face. There you go.
go.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
That way, the citizens of Throsha.
I just want to say, Rose, you're already receiving quite a bit of love in the chat here. The Unburied said, look at that jacket. Nowhere Man said, jeepers. The Unburied said, oh my god, she's beautiful. Welcome, Rose. Yes, high elves are hig fashion. I think they meant high fashion.
No, it's very specifically Hig fashion.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a.
I
that's a
didn't know
thing.
that. I'm not
It's
really
a high
an elf,
Elvish
so-
word.
Oh, got it.
It means like top.
Oh, they're the top of fashion. That's right.
One.
Back in the ancient council of the elves, they misspelled high once, and they were very stubborn about it. And
No,
so it
I don't
became
think
Hig
elves
fashion.
misspell anything.
No, of course
never.
not. That's the result of the council's decision, yes.
Right. Well, Rose, thank you so much for making it in such short notice. We sent a pigeon out. I thought for sure it was going to get knocked out by a crossbow bolt on the way there to the front lines, but it made it to you. So please, can you tell us a bit about yourself, where you're from, what your deal is, what's your favourite colour? Do you have any phobias?
Well, thankfully, being in Veneta, my favorite color is actually purple.
Oh,
so-
that works out, yeah.
yeah,
That
that's
is
a-
quite convenient.
Yes, it worked out very nicely.
So which one was cause and which one was effect there?
A
Did
bit
you
of bit of both.
All right, fair enough.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, mainly what I want to do, what is it that brought you to fight for the clans and for the Hex, and what is it that's bringing you here? What compels you?
I mean, the thing that brought me here specifically, my cousin Andrea once removed My first cousin, twice removed on her mother's side. She sent me a message as well, and she said, "Oh, Rose, it's terrible out there. You've got to go help the clans. You've got to go fight these giants. There is no one better at fighting giants than you are. It must be you." And I'm not one to turn down my cousin. She is my favorite cousin.
Yeah, she seems to have a very high opinion of you.
Yes. Please do not tell my other cousin, Donnie, that I said that.
Right, we won't do that. But of course, we've all got a hig opinion of Andrea, and we've got quite. She seems to have quite a hig opinion of you. So
really, only elves should pronounce it like that. For everyone else, it just sounds off.
right. Well,
Yeah, that's their word.
We've been talking about some of your stats that we've been seeing. Can you tell us? Do you have any particular strategies that you like to use? What is it that you bring to the table?
C'est une bonne question.
I know.
I mean, Well, I mean, I have a bit of a history with Jacquinot Palazzo.
History.
Go on.
I mean, don't look at me like that. We just work together.
We just know his reputation, so.
History's got one of two ways, and now we need to know which one it is.
Jacquinot is a very dear friend of mine.
Got it. So, how is it that your abilities may be different than his? He kind of takes a bit of a step back, and he picks people off from afar. You have quite a high AC, and I see that you got a bit of a crossbow there. Let's say we go into a battle. There's a bunch of monsters out there. What's the first thing you're going to do?
I mean, it really depends on the enemy, really. Sometimes I like to stick back in the back as well, and sometimes I like to just get in the thick of things,
Versatility.
Really make sure that the enemies get the point.
Oh, like stabbing them.
Like the point.
The point,
I can't
like of a
believe-
blade.
A pun, and we all missed it.
I was into
it's
that.
terrible. Well, Rose, I want to know a bit more about you. Where did you come from? If you've got a backstory, if you will, can you tell us a bit about what drives your heart?
My mother used to always say that that's really one's personal business.
Oh.
Okay, but we already know you were a spy. Can you tell us a weird story from being a spy?
Well, what are you willing to tell us? If you don't want to tell us anything too personal, the citizens of Throcia do have the opportunity to award you boons, which can help you. If they know
Get
a bit
real personal.
more about you, they might be more willing to help you out.
Well, there was this one time. Jacquinot and another former Vendetta champion, Freya, you may know her.
Right.
We were in Beach Castle, and we were there just on vacation, as friends do. And these monsters appeared out of the ocean, and we made very quick work of them. But they actually erected a statue for the three of us in Beach Castle.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Oh. I was wondering who the three people in that statue were.
That would be us.
Here we go.
I mean, the male on that statue doesn't look like Jacquinot, but really, what else do you expect?
You know Jacquinot. He has many faces.
Yeah.
I did notice that the Jacquinot in the statue has like 9 faces just all the way around. So I mean,
They
I
do call him
suppose-
Jacquinot of the 9 Faces.
mean,
What do they call you?
They actually call him the octopus, Krello.
I know. I was just trying to segue into what her nicknames were, okay? Cut me a break, Sir Knock.
I mean, really, they just call me my name. Le Bon.
Gets right to the point.
Rose Le Bon.
Rose. Rose, we are running a bit short on time, but is there anything else that you really want to make sure that the citizens of Throcia know about you, or anything that your fellow champions can expect for you to bring to the table?
Oh, unending charm and wit and a beauty unprecedented in previous champions.
Right, so that's Rose Le Bon. Rose, thank you so much.
job, Rose.
You're bringing
Thanks for coming.
At the higgest fashion.
When do you have to stop?
I don't. This is what she said
Does
to
it?
say.
Yeah, she
You
can
look,
say that.
You look dapper. You look wonderful.
There we go.
And we're very excited to have you showing up to the table. I feel very embarrassed. I didn't know that I couldn't say it. All right.
It's okay.
Rose, thank you so much for coming here. And of course, we're going to need you to get debriefed on what you're going to have to do when you enter the Hex. So I know you just got here, so They're going to need you out there.
Good luck, Rose.
There's much to do. Merci.
Right.
Please don't get obliterated like the other Veneta champions.
I mean, Tilly's
Tilly is
alive.
fine.
We keep establishing that she's alive.
I'm sorry, let me choose a different word. Annihilated.
Look, I know we just met, but
Right?
That's
Right?
Crow. You'll get used
She's
to
getting
it.
the
I get
right
that
idea.
line.
She's getting the hang of it very quickly.
Hey, I have a new line now. Hey, Wendy, I know we just met, but
Do you need like a lozenge or something?
no, although I feel like I know you pretty well now, so we're good.
Right. Well, that made me feel very happy inside. So, as we were saying earlier, there are boons, and all these different boons. Look, the timelines are getting all mixed up in my head. My notes are mixed up. This is obviously the best episode I've ever done. I'm at the top of my game. Best accents.
This is the best timeline.
Absolutely.
But
Now-
all the boons all went away.
Boons.
Now
Now-
there are no boons.
Here's the thing about boons. This is what saves champions, right? This is what helps them. So, you, as the citizens of Throcia, have the opportunity, starting like pretty much right now. Now.
Right now. No, wait.
Wait. Right
We'll count down.
Now.
3,
Now.
2, 1. Boons.
now.
Now.
Yeah. So you can go in there and buy boons
The
starting
numbers going up.
a bit ago, and those boons can help save your champions. So you just met Rose a bit there. Maybe, I don't know if she needs any boons to buy any more clothing or any fancy things like that, but she might need
seems so.
boons to help her friends, or Delia might need boons to re-roll something. I'm not bashing any of our champions, but these boons are the ultimate way to help save champions and change the game. So if you want to make sure that those champions go into battle with everything that they
In
have.
the case of Bufal, it literally saved his life.
It did literally save his life.
Look, guys, you don't like these boon drives, and neither do we. But we're going to be here for the next 14 minutes, making sure we do everything we can to support our champions. Because without our champions, we'd all be killed.
It's true.
Even possibly me, because it was established in Season 2 that demonic weapons can harm me. So, just a note to anyone who wants to kill me.
I'm just going to write that down.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But just remember that not only can you buy them during the show live to help them there, but by coming in and buying them now, you can charge up and sort of pre-game your champions for the adventure they're about to go on and send them in with the most help possible. And that's going to make the difference for your favourite champion, for your favourite clan. So make sure that you help them out there. Now, as we've been trying to segue to every now and then, we would like to talk about some of the upcoming adventures that we're going on. Now, we're trying to not give too much away, but I believe that we have some messages and hints from Playana, if that's correct.
And I
We'll
believe
find out.
they're
We're
going
gonna
to show up on
find
these screens.
Hey, we did it!
Yeah. We're always excited to get
Sir Nock, will you
messages from
read this in your
Playana.
delicious dark chocolate voice?
I only brought my milk chocolate voice today. Is
It'll
that
have
okay?
to. It'll have to
Okay.
suit.
Life in icy water for warm bloods is precarious. Know your hex patterns, and you may escape its cold grasp.
I really expected that to rhyme in a big way.
Yeah,
And then it
what the
did
heck?
not.
I definitely set up precarious to be a rhyme.
right?
Well, just nefarious. There we go. Well, look,
You
just
may
because
escape
it's
its
in like
cold grasp,
fancy writing and on
nefarious.
old paper doesn't mean that it's going to
Well,
rhyme.
and just the cadence of it was so rhythmic.
Look,
it just it
poetry
really
doesn't
wanted to
have
rhyme.
to rhyme. all
Okay,
right?
okay. Know your hex patterns for the cold grasp is nefarious. There we go.
Yeah! Sir Nock cannot receive your boons. Just
I
send
can
them to the
sleep at
champions.
night.
You get some applause for Sir Nock there already. People
Thank
were
you.
maybe saying they're gregarious. It
You
could
may-
be a could be a
Know
rhyme.
your
Okay,
hex
but-
patterns, and you will be
Hilarious.
grega-
That was hilarious,
That would
and it
be
also
hilarious.
rhymed. Thank you so much, Nowhere Man.
Okay,
Saving
Playana,
us.
step up your game, okay? We need rhyming hints.
All right,
Okay.
you read this one in
Okay.
sort of a paprika voice.
Yeah, that's how I talk normally. Champions, no need for arm and leg. We'll just assume that's intentional. Champions, no need for arm and leg. Workouts on this day Oh,
Arm and
there's
leg workouts.
There's a comma after
Oh
champions.
my gosh, this is
okay.
basic line reading. You don't pause at the end of every line.
You should also put commas after you do the vocative. Champions, no need for arm and leg workouts on this day. You'll need your strength to bear these burdens. Be prepared to be tested.
Well, I'm getting conflicting messages here. So it's saying no need for arm and leg workouts, but you'll need your strength.
So you need core muscles.
Well, I'm saying
obviously.
Okay.
What
Those
it
are the
is,
other workouts.
you
Yes.
know, it's your face, really. It's like, you know, those face workouts that you do, your back maybe. But I think they're
Yes,
trying to say,
the
like,
face workouts
you're not
that
going to
I
have to
do.
go to the gym because we're going to make you work out, perhaps. I don't
Okay.
know.
Oh, I see. So this will be a substitute for arm and leg workouts.
Yeah, this will be a workout because you'll be working your arms and I guess legs.
Vocodon is saying bear. There are going to be bears, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be it. There's going to be absolutely a
100%
live
there will be
bear
bears.
that they're going to have to fight.
highly connotated bears.
Although a lot of people
in
are
this
saying the muscle
hint.
thing might be a red herring, that they are saying that you're not going to need your arm and your leg workouts because it's like not important or something.
Well, in my experience as a champion, arms and legs are important.
I don't know. I don't really think you need them.
I mean, I guess.
I was
Some
there.
people don't
Yeah,
have them, and
Hotch-
they're still
Hotch gets
very
by-
sexy.
Hotch gets by without either.
Okay, that's actually unassailable logic, and I concede.
I know. All right. All right. I'll read this one.
Okay, hold on.
What timeline accent would you like me to read?
Oh,
it in?
yeah, okay.
Infinite
As
accents.
if you were an oppressive government official.
Right, but like what timeline accent?
So
All right.
I don't know the
one where the-
timelines.
well, the
I've only
one
been in
where,
this one.
I have all kinds of accents in all different timelines.
the Soviets win, the one where the Soviets win.
I don't know what that means, but I'll try a Soviet accent. The keys come in all shapes and sizes. This one will be a puzzle you'll adore. If you can coordinate, I'm sure. This one rhymes. And make sure it does say adore.
Adore?
Adore.
Guys, adore?
Keys come in all shapes and sizes. This one will be a puzzle you'll adore.
Good job cutting out the article.
This is just my accent from this timeline.
It's brilliant. No,
If
it's
you
perfect.
can coordinate, I'm sure. So it sounds
Молодцавый.
like there's going to be keys and doors, but they're also going to have to work together, maybe.
I mean, generally
Hey,
speaking,
wait,
they have
this
to
one
work together.
rhymes.
I just said that!
I know, but
I already said
I
it.
was still thinking about how good your accent was, okay? I'm sorry.
And that last line there is there strictly for the purpose of rhyming. So this is kind of starting to frustrate me.
No, if you can coordinate, it's going to be like a group effort. They're going to have to work together.
Yeah, it's saying
not
that.
just
I mean, I
like-
guess.
It's
I
not
mean,
like they just get a key and a door and they're like, go to bed in your own room. No, they're going to have to work
don't-
Okay,
together.
but that would be an okay hex challenge.
But
Just
they-
champions depart.
They
And that's
always
the
have to
challenge.
work
Go
together.
home and go to sleep. I wouldn't be able to do that. I have terrible insomnia. If the challenge was just like take a nap, I wouldn't be able to do it. So I'm glad I'm not doing the hex challenges.
What if we gave melatonin gummies to each champion, and
I don't
that's
know
the
what that
entire
means.
challenge?
The unburied Sirnock.
Oh, there's one more.
Well,
Oh,
I want to read this
yeah,
comment.
go ahead.
Sirnock is lying awake at night, still turning over rhymes and non-rhymes in his head.
It's true.
But this next one rhymes. I saw
keeps
it.
me
I
up
caught
at
a
night.
sneak peek.
Oh, someone wanted me to do a German accent. Maybe I'll do that. And I was told to use my Cheeto voice. So
Cheeto?
Cheeto.
well, you used milk chocolate, you used paprika, and someone wants me to do a Cheeto voice.
I tried to give you an oregano voice, but you insisted on a timeline voice.
Oh, well, I just wanted to show off that I could do different accents.
Your accents are wonderful, and everyone agrees with that.
I
but
just-
you got to calm down.
I need approval so badly, please. Anyway,
That's
there's
what
one
we're all
more.
about here at the
okay,
Hex.
I need
All right.
I need a seasoning or
you do
ingredient.
You do a Cheeto voice.
A Cheeto voice? Okay. Every block of stone reveals a story. Discover its magic and find glory.
And it rhymed, just for you.
I love it.
Playana was going in and hurriedly changing it because they wanted to make sure it rhymed.
Give me those couplets, dude.
Right, so every block of
that's
stone
hard to
reveals
keep
a
up.
story, discover the magic. There's not a lot to go off of that one, so something about stones and magic and like
I just
heroics.
feel like maybe we hurt Playana's feelings with the first one, and the rhyme became a little more important than the content as we progressed through the
Maybe,
clues. Yeah.
maybe.
Sorry, Playana. She could
Whatever.
also smite you down, although I thought that was obvious.
The Unburied did say, careful, don't get your Cheeto voice dust all over the place.
Hey, that works.
Very impressive. A lot of people are.
Can't touch this.
A lot of people are really liking the Cheeto voice. Very impressive. How many boons go to change his accent to that during the show?
That actually
That's
is a
thing.
boon
That's
option.
a
Yeah.
thing. That's a thing. Okay. Darn it. You can't do like conditional boons, but find a way. Go to your favorite champion, say, I will give you boons conditional upon you changing an NPC's accent. Now, is Cernok an NPC? We have literally discussed this. I genuinely don't know.
A lot of people are wondering if Cernok counts as an NPC.
So
We lack the
whether or
authority
not I
there.
count as an NPC, Krello and I both apply to that boon.
Whoa!
So you can
Krello!
change. You can change the way we speak for the duration of an
NPCs
episode.
for life!
Can I add myself to that list? If you want to pay enough boons, I'll change my accent. Not like it happens on the show that everyone cares about. But
Russian. The
I'll change it.
whole chat is chanting.
They're not. But
Darn it! Come on, chat.
So that's exciting. You can change people's accents. So we have established that Cernok perhaps counts as a bit of an NPC. So at least
We committed it here on
qualifies.
X
I'm not
Center.
player controlled.
Cernok and
I'm
Krello
me
are now.
controlled.
Whoa! That almost.
I think that implies that actually Galivor controls you.
I mean, he does. If he was like
No
Cernok.
comment.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, have you met
Galivor, there's
Galivor?
another room where Galivor's actually just sitting there by himself saying, and then Cernok turns to Wendy and says, well, Wendy, blah, blah, blah. And then Wendy says,
Hey, Wendy.
"Well,
Wendy, listen, okay? You can come to our time and you can make fun of Cernok, you can make fun of me, but you do not do impressions of Galivor.
I'm not doing impressions of Galivor.
You just went word to Herman.
I was doing an impression of Cernok.
Oh, okay, all is forgiven.
Galivor's impression of Cernok. I'm just saying, I'm very worried. What if we don't exist? What if we're just created by some nerd who's sitting at a table talking about what we're talking about?
That's literally true. That's what's going on right now.
Woo!
Yeah, that
I thought you were okay.
No,
I guess
he's-
we just have very different views of the metaverse here.
I suppose, but
I can see the whole
I'm
thing.
going to fail. I'm going to fail my insomnia challenge.
Brianna's
even
telling us to
more
stop
now.
talking about
I know we're
stupid
getting
crap
quite
and
some
wrap
serious messages from Playana to shut up. So
No, you can't tell Playana to shut up either. Come on, Wendy.
no, Playana's telling me to shut up.
Oh,
Whatever.
okay.
We're moving on. Everyone's so disappointed in us, especially my dad. Anyway,
We'll send you the org chart
the
again. okay?
champions do have their final challenges, but we did see some of our favourite challenges last week, at least mine. A particular favourite challenge of Deg's. Let's take a very quick look at the captain of the Plinko team.
Now, I was captain of the Plinko team in high school. It was just me and George.
Yeah,
My
captain of the
reputation.
Plinko team.
Wiggle it just a little bit.
2 damage to the captain of the Plinko team.
I'll go again.
You got 2 left, mate. You got this.
Dad can do it.
George
Dad
felt.
can do
Dick
it.
can
Dad
do
can
it.
do it. Dad can do it.
Got this,
Dad
Dick.
can do it.
I'll take that last one, yeah.
Take it.
Yes,
Sorry, this is the first
Damage
time
to
I'm
the
seeing
captain
this.
of the Plinko team.
This is indeed the final disc. This outcome is assured to be whatever it is, and so it will remain.
Back down to 2 damage of the captain of the Plinko team.
Yeah!
I do love the Hexmaster's comment. This outcome is assured to be whatever it is. Aren't we all?
Think on that.
Think on that. You know, you're either married or not married, and every outcome is assured to be whatever it is.
And you're either buried or
But
unburied.
you know what isn't assured? Our champions, because you can change their fate with boons. Boom! Segway! Boom segway!
Boon segue.
Boon
That's
segway.
right.
It's been great to watch you grow as a host over these last
I'm not
30
growing,
minutes.
I'm descending into a terrible pit of madness.
Okay, I'll take this one.
Oh, that's
Boons.
just a side effect of being in the hex. Yeah.
I see.
Hey, Did you like watching me apologize and make myself look stupid on stage? Boons. Did you like watching the heroes survive? Boons.
Do you like my Cheeto voice?
Boons.
Boons, brah.
Just remember that, again, we can't emphasize this enough, that boons change the history as it's happening. It is your chance to change the fate of Throtia. As citizens, you're able to just save your favourites. Look, we've got Jack and A's got 20 already. I hope he's not buying them for himself. But remember that you can buy boons for your favourite champion. So please help them. Not only can you do it to save their skin, but you can also change things for just merely your own entertainment. We want you to save Throtia with boons.
And you.
I'm looking into the camera.
I feel like people take me more seriously if I'm turned slightly to the left.
That's true.
I agree. I like not
That's
looking
why I
directly.
stand over there.
Yeah, I like
there.
looking not directly at your face.
It's kind of mean.
People are
I thought
telling
we were
us,
over that
I
by
think
now.
sarcastically saying, tell us more about boons. Well, we will. They're wonderful,
You
and you
asked for
can
it.
get them, and you can give them to your favourite champion.
But Wendy, will
Just
you look
go
at the time?
to hivechannel5.com.
Boons.
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 Check us out on all our social medias. We've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitch, and our website, Hive Channel 5. You can find us at Hive Channel 5 or sometimes Hivetix, Hivetix.
Okay, Wendy, Cernock, hands in the middle. We're going to say boons together, okay? Hands in the middle. Come on. Okay.
I
ready?
don't know
On three.
that we
One,
talked about
two, three.
boons.
Boons.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Hex Center tonight. What a ride it's been. The smoothest so far. I've been getting
Undeniably.
someone's and I'm so happy to be here in
Are you getting instructions from
I
Playana?
am, and I'm trying to interpret what they mean.
Gold.
Can be difficult.
Boons.
I mean,
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm sure
we're now
that's
heading
what
into
it
the
is.
hour where we just talk about boons. So,
this is the Boone Show, and we just say the same thing over and over and over again.
so I think we're done.
Hold on.
No, we're not. Okay, so-
Oh, there's another page.
What?
No, that's...
I'm learning about scrolling and how you can scroll down. So, we do have a goal, folks. If... Shh. This is perfect. My segue was just a really long... I wrote it down. Here's a segue I did. Just sort of pause awkwardly and don't say anything. Perfect
Good segue.
segue. So, here's the thing, folks. On our Twitch channel, if we reach 100 followers on Twitch, we will randomly select a winner out of you 100 followers to receive 100 boons for the clan of your choice. And you'll be contacted directly and be mailed a Hex Season 3 t-shirt. So, just remember that if we get 100 followers on Twitch, you will receive your own Hex Season t-shirt.
Is there a back on that thing?
There is, and it's even better than the
Unbelievable.
front. Look at how it goes on your torso, just like that. So if you are the lucky winner out of our 100 subscribers, not only will you receive this t-shirt, but you will also receive 100 boons to be given to your favourite clan. But remember, that's only going to happen if we reach 100 followers. So tell your friends, tell yourselves, tell your mum, if she's still here, and teach her how to use Twitch and all that. But just remember to follow us on Twitch, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook.
And boons.
And boons. I don't know if we mentioned, but they're pretty cool. So I'm very excited to see what our champions are going to do. I'm really curious about those hints. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go back and watch this episode again and look at those hints and try to understand what they mean. I'm Wendy. Thank you so much for tuning into the Hex. Do you have any send-outs?
My name is Sir Knock.
I'm Krello. For 100 boons, I'll take off my shirt. And for 200, I'll put it back on.
This has been Hex Center tonight. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm sorry.
I love you.